Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're taking a look at Resident Evil 4, the Wii Edition. Why the Wii? Because why not? It's mainly because it allows me to use the dolphin bar that I got ages ago. I mean, seriously, it's such a cool idea to be able to use, you know, an actual Wiimote on your PC. That means you get all the great graphical upscaling of Dolphin with the wonder of the Wii motion controls. Resident Evil, this is a franchise I never really got that invested in. I gotta keep clicking this because if I don't, what'll end up happening is it'll load that stupid attract mode. So anyway, Resident Evil, when it first came out, I was alive because I'm old, but I didn't have a PlayStation 1 because N64 is superior to all, and to all a good night. I know there's Resident Evil 2 on the N64, but I don't think I was aware of it. And even if I was, I wouldn't have played it because that was not the kind of game I would have played back in those days, or really today. Then, like in 2004, I got Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 for the PlayStation 2. Didn't get very far in it before I kind of gave up. And then around 2007 or 8, when the GameCube was worth absolutely nothing, like I was able to get a GameCube for $20, I got Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube and the Resident Evil Remake. Didn't get very far in the Resident Evil Remake, but I did actually play through Resident Evil 4 and really enjoyed it. And so, today, we're going to take a look at the Wii Edition just because, why not? This was actually considered, like, the best version of the game for, like, a year or two, because this had, like, the best graphics, and then I think eventually the PC version got released, and that PC version was terrible without mods. Like, you had to use, like, the keyboard, like, two sides of the keyboard instead of a mouse. It's like, Capcom, can you hear me all the way back there in the 80s? So, hello everyone. Resident Evil 4 on GameCube also got the demo disc. I didn't even know there was a demo disc for it. Look how quick, look how little time you have before that stupid attract mode. Alright, let's get started. This is sort of like a continuity reboot almost. Basically this takes place a few years after the, Resident Evil 3, I think. And now we've got Leon Kennedy, who showed up in Resident Evil 2 as the main character. He's now like a member of the Secret Service. Let's just hope he does a little better than the real Secret Service. So let's get started. They also changed the Resident Evil voice for this as well.
1998. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella. The virus broke out in a nearby mountain community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow crippling its very foundation. Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City. With the whole affair gone public, the United States government issued an indefinite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
Cyrus Von Knox, get in or get out.
Since that horrendous incident.
I miss it when it was only 6 years since 1998.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Cornel, why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
You, who are you really? Come on and tell us. You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you crazy American. It's a direct order from the chief himself. I tell you, it's no picnic.
I'm counting on you guys.
And by counting on them, it means he's counting on them to be meat shields.
It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted. That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by some unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
It's freezing. So cold all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we're getting any sort of lag with this. It's weird.
Sorry it took so long.
Come on, Dolphin, you can do it. That is weird. I don't know why it's running so crappy. Huh. Dolphin always did kind of run a bit crap compared to, say, like PCSX2.
Just up ahead is the village.
I'll go and have a look around.
Yeah, we'll stay and watch that car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
Good luck.
Jeez. Who are these guys?
Bad voice actors? Okay, I think it's gonna work now.
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Leon, shouldn't you already know this?
Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Leon, shouldn't you already know that?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good. Talk to you later. Leon out.
I should check out that file. I think not. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so one of the issues with the old Wii version is just the fact that we're running it at 30 FPS. Man, I don't know what's going on here. Playback looks kind of garbage. Now, you can shoot these crows and you can actually get some extra ammo somehow. We'll be sure to do that. But yeah, we only get 30 FPS on the Wii version and on the GameCube version. I seem to remember that the GameCube version was 60 FPS, but apparently not. But yeah, the N64 was vastly superior to the PlayStation. I mean, let's be reasonable for a moment. What was on the PlayStation that could compare to something like, say, Turok or Rogue Squadron, Shadows of the Empire? Let's see here. Battle for Naboo, Turok 2, Turok 3, GoldenEye, The World Is Not Enough. Don't think this guy's wrapped too tight here. Anybody who turns around that dramatically can't be too smart.
Photograph?
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? Lárgate, cabrón.
Sorry to have bothered you.
Freeze. I said freeze.
He might not speak of the English, but I bet he knows how to speak 9mm. Oh, goddammit. There we go. 9mm to the head. Well, or the arm. Close enough. I like how he can take 2 9mm hits to the head. It's not exactly accurate to real life there. Oh man, that's just not running good at all.
Shit.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him.
We could be neutralizing a lot of them.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
Alright, so let's see, where do we get? We also got Super Mario 64. That's just the ones I can think of just off the top of my head. That's gotta smell pretty bad. Looks like they were killed a lot of people. Well, you know, I mean, also it's gotta smell bad. Okay, so the Wii. You can actually reload by waggling the Wiimote. Oh my god, it's the future! Could grab some 9mm. I mean, can you imagine how much those would have been during the Corona times? But yeah, this is pretty much the best in the series. I mean, I've tried playing a number of the Resident Evil games, and they're just not that fun. At least not to me, at least. And even this one has a few minor issues, like the controls could be a little better. It's a good thing all these villagers here move very, very slowly, because the controls, even off the Wii, are a little difficult to get used to. They're definitely a lot more stiff than, say, something like Dead Space would be. There we go, we got him. Now, you kind of aim with the Wii mode here, but you can also look up and down with the nunchuck. I mean, it works. Actually, you gotta have the pistol out, masturbate the Wiimote, and there you go. You can reload. I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, I guess. I really liked Resident Evil 5. You can waggle the Wiimote to the side, and it'll take out your knife. Once again, it's kind of neat. It's a lot like VR. You know, VR is kind of neat for like 5 minutes. And then you realize you got this thing hanging off your face. Alright, let's go here. I will say this, though. When it comes to like those late 90s systems, I've heard a lot about the Sega Saturn. I can just say, but I'll say this though, there's no games on the Sega Saturn that I really want to play. There's not like any exclusives that I can think of that really call out to me. Alright, let's blast him and miss, because I'm an idiot. But we got him, so whatever. Yeah, the emulation is not running that well in terms of streaming. If I were to do this game again, I would just do the PC version. The Wiimote is pretty neat. Yeah, but can't you play Die Hard Arcade on the PlayStation? And like, the PlayStation's so much easier to emulate Silver Wings. Not everybody wants to have a million consoles out. Sadly, all my consoles are currently in storage because I just don't have any room for them anymore. And actually recording off the console is not easy either. Now we could waste a bullet, or we could just walk right through here. I completely forgot about that goddamn bear trap. Just completely forgot about it. Okay, come on, game, you can do it. It's a good thing we got some weed. I mean, weed is a natural painkiller after all. But just look at what it did to poor Kevin Smith. Okay, that is the wrong one. There we go. So yeah, the Wiimote is a great idea. I can see why it got popular. But still though, like motion controls or any kind of VR stuff, just, it does outstay its welcome after a while. Nostalgic for these. PS1 didn't have arcade. Okay, I did not know that. You know, I like shoot 'em ups well enough, but not enough to try to emulate the Sega Saturn or try to get one running on a modern day setup. I mean, I need to stream a couple shoot 'em ups at some point. I'm really a big fan of like Arrow Flash for the Sega Genesis, Musha, stuff like that. See, that's kind of cool, but I'd rather just have like a regular controller. I do wonder, like, is VR still popular? I will say thank you to Triple X Medic in just a second after I shoot this bald guy and get stabbed. Come on, game, you can do it. Oh man, why is this running so bad? I'm not, it's the emulator running, it's the emulator and how it's running this. I don't know what's going on here. We're getting like 30 FPS, we're getting like 10 FPS here. All I can say is, PC Gaming Master Race, anyone? Okay, there we go. Come on, Dolphin, you can do it. Ports of the best home ports. Bingo night at the church. Potluck. Oh, yeah. Well, they're not going to be that absent because we're about to go, knock over the church. Popular since before 1995 with the Virtual Boy. Yeah. But, like, VR was like I think the HTC Vive was, like, one of the better ones, but that was, like, 5 years ago. I don't know if it's actually, if VR is actually improved in any way. I tried getting the VR. I did a video on a cheapo VR headset ages ago. Come on, blast him. Come on. Come on, you little bastard. Gonna shoot you in the back. Resident Evil 7 in the Village have VR versions. Nice. I'm actually going to be reviewing a PlayStation 1 game in just about a week or so, actually. I got a video done on the classic Alien Resurrection. Good thing I got some weed. I mean, seriously, weed will make everything better. It'll even make you want to do a video called the 430 movie, which sounds terrible. Played this in a long time. The controls, of course, I'm used to. The controls aren't bad, but at the same time, it's still kind of awkward.
Leon, how you holding up?
Bad question, huh?
I've been stabbed
Sorry to
like
hear that.
multiple times, but I smoked a lot of weed, so I'm okay.
Find it useful.
I'll take a look at it, thanks.
Now, one of the neat things about the Wiimote, we do not need it. Real men don't need instructions, right? Now, one of the really neat things about the Wiimote, now it doesn't emulate 100% accurately, but sound would actually come out of the Wiimote, and it kind of works with the Dolphin emulator. Kind of. Yeah, we can look, and we can see a bonfire. It's like Burning Man, right? Favorite gun in RE4 is, of course, the Red 9. There's not really much to see here, so we're just gonna go in here. Now, what we should do, the intelligent thing to do is to shoot the chicken, because it's gonna have an egg which allows you to heal. So we're gonna do that right now. I like how he survived a 9mm shot. Come here, you little bastard. We're gonna be a chicken chaser, right? Come on, stab him! Stab him! You little bastard! I'm going to eat your eggs. How many shots does a chicken take to kill? There we go. We have successfully murdered one chicken that did not have an egg. Well, that was a waste. Wiimote waggle. That was not the best use of my time, no. And yeah, the Magnum is pretty good. Speaking of Magnums, I like how the egg just teleported there. Actually, let's go ahead and use. Ugh, what a waste of my time and effort. Okay, so we need to go get that shotgun. Because there's going to be a shotgun in here. The classic Remington 870.
Who are these people?
So, we're not actually fighting zombies. They got like a parasite in their head designed by the World Economic Forum.
Chainsaw.
And yes, you can say you use clips.
Son of a...
Come on, Leon, let's go grab, go grab us a Remington 870. Yeah, the Remington 870 is not bad. Shotguns are still pretty useful today, but unless you have a place to shoot them, they're just not as useful as they might otherwise be. I think there's a guy up here, but I can't actually tell. Nope. That's the only problem with these controls. They're a little stiff. Give me those sweet, sweet Remington shells. I like how he throws down the ladder and is able to do that tuck and roll. No damage whatsoever. Okay, let's go and get that shotgun out and shoot. I think that's what, Dr. Sanchez or something? Alright. This was one of the great pieces of marketing. Like, you saw all kinds of crap with this guy. When Sackhead goes wrong. Oh, crap. I'm so screwed. No, I'm not. I can kind of get him. Just fucking blast him. Oh, crap. Like how the whole village is here. Like how he just patiently... He just was nice and patient, waited for me to actually figure out the controls again. Hurry up and reload, you bastard! Dead Rising chop till you drop. Yeah, I own that game at one point. But I never really liked it that much. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! I think I finally killed him. No, he's not dead. Go, run! Yeah, I never really got into the Dead Rising games, mainly because they were just more difficult than I was willing to try. Okay, there we go. Aim and fire. I think he's either almost dead or let's just use a grenade. I normally don't like to waste these right around here, but I'm still kind of hampered by getting used to the controls again. Boom! Sweet, we got him. We got him despite having to fight the Wii controls. Yeah, the thing about zombies, you know, Las Plagas, it's all pretty much the same thing, though. They move slowly so you can actually get used to the controls. Okay, you little bastard. You turn around. Try to find where my cursor is. There we go. So you can't just, like, chill, you know, with the Wii. You gotta have this thing, you gotta, like, point it at the TV or the computer, or wherever the case may be. You gotta have it like that. You look kind of like an idiot. This also did get a PS2 port, and I think it was supposed to be halfway adequate, but didn't have that good of graphics. Because the PS2 was by far the worst of the, it was the weakest of all the systems at the time. This is back when games actually had blood, sweat, and tears put in them. That's why, of course... Bingo, I forgot all about that. This is when the credits roll? Man, I forgot all about this. It's been a long time since I played this game. I need to do a video on this.
Hunnigan, I have some bad news. I've confirmed the body of an officer.
Along with like 50 other people.
Leon, you need to get out of there. Look for a tower and follow the trail near it.
Got it.
What I find kind of funny is like that was a piece of science fiction technology 20 years ago. Now everybody has one and they're like $50 or less. It truly is astounding how much technology has changed in the last 20 years. You wouldn't think it, but like, man, just the sheer proliferation of smartphones. Can you imagine all those years ago streaming something on... Come on, cut him! Give me your eggs! I don't really know too much about the PS3 hardware, but that does sound like that was probably right. That's why I didn't have any games. I'm gonna cut that chicken, and I'm gonna steal its eggs. Grab it! You know what? I'm not gonna sit here and stream me trying to steal a chicken egg. The PS3, I think, might have had that issue. I vaguely recall hearing something about that ages ago. I do know for a fact, though, that the Sega Saturn was stronger than the PlayStation, but it had a weird processing system that made it difficult to develop for. That's why there just weren't that many games in North America for it. Now, the reason why we're collecting money is there's a merchant, but you don't actually get access to him for a while. You gotta be careful when you break open these boxes, because sometimes there'll be a snake in there, and it won't do that much damage to you, but if you kill it, you'll actually get a really good chicken egg for some reason, and that will be able to heal you quite a bit. All right, let's just see if we can't find some weed. Now, if you get one green and one red herb, you can combine them, and it's like a super heal. I think there's another herb you can get. It's either blue or yellow. I can't remember. And that'll raise your overall health pool a little bit. Like, it's a pretty complex game, especially since this was supposed to be a more actionized sequel compared to the earlier ones. PS3 for your birthday. Nice. I never was a big fan of the PS3, mainly because the thing never worked. I got one around 2012, and it died almost immediately. It got the yellow light of death. And then I got one about a year later, and it also gave me the yellow light of death within like a month. Like, the only way I'd ever play the PlayStation 3 today is just emulating it. Emulation is game preservation. I mean, the PS3 and Xbox 360 library isn't bad. I mean, you've got, you know, at least for the Xbox 360, you've got all the Mass Effect games. Like, the problem with, like, the Xbox 360 or even the Xbox itself is just the fact that you have most of those games on PC, which you can mod or update the graphics of. I actually had a PS2 or PS3 Fat, and it could run PlayStation games, PlayStation 2 games fairly well. It's kind of an obsolete thing now, just with PCSX2, and PCSX2 can run pretty much any game you'd want. I think the one emulator that has really disappointed me is the Dolphin emulator. It just doesn't run very well. That's what we're running now, and we're getting all kinds of frame drops and things of that nature. It's kind of annoying. Really, I never was a big fan of PlayStation in the first. Like, the PlayStation 2 is great. I like the PS2, but I am just not a big fan of any of the others. And like the PS5 and other crap like that. Like today, you know, we could actually shoot all those plates, but I'm not even going to try. Just because trying to aim with this Wiimote, I'm still not really used to it. So I do not want to waste what little ammo I have. Because sadly, Leon kind of cheaped out on magazines for whatever reason. I mean, really though, Silver Wings, it's not 100% accurate, but you're kind of splitting hairs with that though. It's like 5 milliseconds off. Like, it's still playable. It's like, imagine if eventually all the old consoles and cartridges, they're gonna break over time. And so you'll be kind of screwed if you can't play anything. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Nope. Got it. Ew. The dirty pearl. Oh my. The tainted love pearl. Alright, let's get him. Come on. 3 shots to the head. What are you using? Subsonics, Leon? Come on. And then you do that. Make it make sense. Resident Evil Code Veronica. I've played it once or twice, but I never got very far in it. It's ridiculously difficult. Thank you, chicken eggs. Like, you could kill all those chickens and get a lot of healing items. The good thing none of these guys have guns, because that would make this gameplay even harder. Come on. Come on. Well, yeah, punch out and stuff like that does require a lot of work to get that to be 100%. Although now we have like the Mister system. There we go. Which actually does things a little bit better. But like for regular games, like say Donkey Kong Country or something, like you can easily emulate that, and you've been able to do that for years. Speaking of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Mike Tyson is still in the news these days for doing a modern day fight where he got 20 million. I watched a random documentary on him. He definitely did not manage his money well. Yeah, I've actually played a little bit of House of the Dead. Oh, God damn it. A little bit of House of the Dead and some other light gun games on the Wii. They're not bad, although they don't run that well on Dolphin. No, shoot him! Oh, man. I have never died this early ever, but man, these controls. Okay, come on, emulator, you can do it. Did I hit no by accident? It's a good thing I saved. I could be using save states this entire time, but meh. Okay, here we go. Because really I need to do like that, and that is in no way comfortable. Like, this is in no way a comfortable way to play a game. Like, Remington shotgun, they kowtowed to gun grabbers. Yeah, but that was a long time ago, and I think Remington is now owned by Ruger. Although Ruger is still somewhat hated today for the stuff that Bill Ruger did like almost 30 years ago. I like Ruger. They make good guns. I mean, they use Cold Hammer Forging for their ARs and some of their other stuff too. And thank you again, Triple X Medic. Aim for the knee and stagger him. I'm not even gonna try that with the Wiimote. Ugh, my arm is already tired. There we go. Buy Punch Out. Oh, I imagine Punch Out is a lot more than it used to be thanks to that fight. I mean, I'm not surprised they'd rig that fight. I mean, it's all fake anyway. Yeah, run! It's all gonna be fake anyway. I mean, it's Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. They wanted money, and a lot of it. Give me the egg. Yeah, this is... I think I could get used to this, but man... The way you have to sit with this... You just can't sit like in the chill position, you know? Come on, we can do it. Don't have to pay too much attention to trying to hit that. I don't think Ruger would ever get any military contracts today just because there's really no... God damn it. Ooh, we got him. Blew his head clean off. Yeah, your hat's not gonna save you now. Kick him! I so want to be able to use a controller. Huh. $40? I thought that'd be a lot more. And yeah, the Mini 14's not bad, but it's not worth the price you'd have to pay these days. 800 bucks? Really? Okay, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Get him. Get him. And the Mini 14's not bad for what it is. But $800? I'm not so sure about that. Especially when you can get a good AR for literally half that. And the AR is a much more advanced firearm. I'm just surprised Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is that cheap. I remember like the retro gaming market was vastly more overinflated until now, I guess. Let's see, where's that? Pretty good. AR, because he doesn't want to clean it afterwards. You don't really need to clean your AR that much unless you're like shooting corrosive ammo, which literally does not exist for the AR. Let's see. For a little less than that. Over 1,000. I think the price has come down after a while. The big problem with the Mini 14 is it's just not that easy to add an optic to, and eventually, next year, I'm actually going to start making gun content, but it's going to be just on Rumble, because I do not want the YouTube censors taking down my channel. And the gun content was never the main idea of the YouTube channel anyway. So, be sure to check that out when it finally comes out. One of the first new gun videos I'm going to do is on a Ruger Security 6, a classic revolver from the late 70s to the mid 80s. I think they started manufacturing them in 1974 all the way to 1988. Mine has a scope on it because it's awesome. I mean, putting a scope on a revolver, not a bad idea. Oh, to get the clean pendant. I did not know that. PSA Saber 10, not bad. I mean, civilian guns aren't a bad thing, just because mil-spec is built by the lowest bidder. I'm just saying, you know, you look at how much waste the government creates. It's like, yeah, let's see, do I have any weed? Ooh, I do have weed. Okay, so we're going to combine that with this, and this should give us full health. No, it does not. I thought it did. Well, whatever. It's been like 10 years since I played this game. But, yeah, these days, guns are a lot cheaper than they used to be. I mean, because, you know, a certain event happened earlier in the month, and now people aren't quite as paranoid as they once were. Come on, Leon! We're gonna jerk off the Wiimote! Oh crap! That was the one thing about Resident Evil 4, these QuickTime events. Cause like, you're not paying that close attention. Yeah, you died. What is this, Dark Souls? Man, I don't know why that lags at the death screen. So weird. Panther DPMS. Okay, I forgot all about yellow. Whatever. We'll have some mellow yellow later. Okay, let's do this right. Come on, Leon, you can do it! They give me carpal tunnel. So the sound for reloading almost will play on the Wiimote. Almost. Okay, come on. Let's... Yeah, we can do it. There we go. Ugh. So I'm not really sure where to point on this. It's today on General Fans, we're gonna be having some sweet, sexy times with the Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii had a lot of good going for it. Oh crap! I saw it just as I was running into it. Thankfully, the various Plagueis bastards are too stupid not to run in. I wonder if you shoot the spider, will you get health? I don't remember. Now imagine if they all had fucking... Oh, run! Imagine if they all had dynamite. Okay, that was not a good idea. I was trying to outrun the dynamite. Let's use get up close and personal. Nope, that was a very bad idea. And now the game is lagging like crazy. Man, I should totally have played the GameCube version. Now that one I could actually play. Ugh. Would you rather have a 308 DMR or a 308 sniper rifle? Let's see. I'm not sure. 308 DMR is going to be more versatile than a sniper rifle. Sniper rifle is a very context-sensitive sort of thing. Like, you need to have, like, a spotter and all the rest. So, I'd go DMR. Shoot the dynamite out of their hands. Ugh. Skilled. I'm barely able to hit anybody with these motion controls. I'm enjoying this well enough, but man, I want to go back to the GameCube version because, like, I can barely react to anything with these controls. Okay, turn around, Leon. There we go. Problem is just trying to figure out where to point the Wiimote. Okay, let's... There it is. It's coming out of there. Alright, I see it. I think I might be getting, like, scratch damage from that explosion. Okay, there we go. That ought to kill him. Oh, come on. You tell me you didn't drop it when I shot him in the head? I saw a few posts on this game saying it was easier to get headshots, but I don't know if I believe that. I guess, like, if I went all the way back like this would be a little easier. But then I'm kind of screwed because I need to be close to the microphone. But still, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. There we go. Now, if I was just playing this on my off time, this would be a lot easier. But where the sensor bar should be is where the webcam is, so I'm kind of screwed with that. PS versions with the pistol, use the bolt-action rifle. That's not a bad idea. Okay, here we go. This was not a bad idea, though, because I wanted to stream this so badly, because I still think the whole idea of just being able to point... Okay, you know what? Maybe we should move the sensor bar. Alright. Is that going to work any better? Kind of. Kind of. Alright, I think that's going to work a little better. Alright. Aim with the armrest. There is no way I could do that because the armrests are too low. And once again, I'd have to be really far away and you wouldn't be able to hear me with the microphone, so... Like I said, I'm kind of screwed with the setup. Alright, let's go ahead and just down a random egg. You know, look, I'm sure Leon is 100% natural. I mean, there's no steroids whatsoever. Just like, you know, Logan Paul is 100% natural, right? Oh, come on. That is so much harder to aim. I mean, I get that this is supposed to be somewhat more true to life, I guess. Oh my. Ah, I see him. Let's jackhammer him. Boom. Ah, Leon will be fine, you know, he's got that hair, man. Anyone who has hair that magnificent, oh crap! That was a very bad idea. I am so dead. Nope, Leon was able to, thanks to his glorious hair, he was able to survive 2 dynamites going off right in front of his face. It's kind of like Batman, you know? Oh crap! Your beanie won't help you now. Come on, cut him. Oh, man, Leon's got a hell of a kick. I mean, being able to just kick somebody's head clean off. No clues here. Really, Leon, you couldn't just, like, kick it down? You just kicked a guy's head off. There was actually an Alien versus the Predator versus the Terminator comic. And yes, the Predators could easily take down a classic Terminator just because, well, they have plasma rifles. What? Steroids were in Resident Evil 7? I played a little bit of Resident Evil 7, but I never beat it. I kind of just lost interest after a while. Well, yeah, it must be on some major roids if you're able to kick through a metal lock. It's like, damn, son. A diet of eggs and weed. Yeah, so once you get access to the merchant's one of the most beloved elements of the game because he's like this, you know, he has this real thick pirate accent. It's great. I think RE7 didn't have like a real Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe to it, I think. Snipers, min-max too much, DMR is a semi-auto, fill up shots better. When it comes to like super accuracy, yeah, any little thing in a cartridge that's wrong is going to impact accuracy, but it only really impacts it at like major long ranges. Alright, let me grab that health spray. I hate using that right now, but whatever. I'm like fighting the controls here. If I could sit further back, I think this would work a lot better. But I'm limited by my space here. Health? Health! Okay, now where exactly do we need to go in here? Is this like a bonus area? Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. But like, that's why reloading is so popular amongst the real high-level shooters, because you can control every single component when you're making your own cartridges. And I am going to do a video on reloading, but it's only going to be on Rumble, because, yeah, that gets taken down pretty fast on the YouTubes. And I'd rather not have that happen. And that is one thing that, if you know what you're doing when it comes to reloading... Oh yeah, we've got, the dude bro. Looks like he was having some fun.
Little rough, don't you think? You're not like them?
No. You?
That's racist! What will Twitter say?
Okay, I have only one very important question. You got a smoke?
Got gum.
We got lag too.
Perfect.
Come on, Dolphin, you can do it.
The big cheese.
What?
Standing here, I realized that there's a lot of lag. Wait, no, that was Konami, wasn't it? Nano machine, son. Alright, let's go ahead and overwrite that. Yeah, Ruger does make their revolvers extremely tough.
Feeble humans, let us give you our power.
Oh, if by power you mean only able to move slowly and use axes and shit, it's not exactly what I would call power.
You will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Why is this running so shitty? Get my lighter!
Wake up.
Junior, the carpet's on fire!
Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy, whoever you are.
Name's Leon. Came here looking for this girl. Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
Maybe.
Okay, let me guess. She's the president's daughter?
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers. Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
Huh. Weird. No reason for that to
Who
be
might you be?
lagging at all.
Me llamo Luis Serra. I used to be a cop in Madrid. But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line, nobody really appreciates you enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Okay, that is legitimately
Somehow I
funny.
managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department.
Hey boy, I'm not done.
Do something, cop!
After you.
Oh crap! I think Raiden must have been getting some pointers from him. Okay, finally. Let's see here. No, we still got more
It's Leon.
more cutscenes.
Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
I guess it's like 1G,
Fine. There was a
but yet
man
we've got
who
full
killed
motion
him.
video.
According to him, Ashley's in a church somewhere.
What happened to him?
He managed to escape.
Do you have a fix on the location of that church?
No. But apparently there's a secret passage in the village that leads there.
A secret
I'm headed back to the
passage?
village.
So I'm glad to see that shotgun video is still up. Good. Maybe I'll just, I don't know, I gotta figure out either Rumble or YouTube or something. Because I do want to do a video on the Ruger Security 6. Just recently picked it up, got the scope and everything. Can't wait to work up some hand loads. My grandfather, he liked to reload, and he would shoot the most powerful 357 mags out of a 3-inch revolver. Stranger. What you buying? What you selling? I think I would leave the reloading stuff for Rumble though. Let's see. Favorite bolt action rifle. Let me think. Probably the K98K. Probably, but I haven't shot a bolt action in a while, so I'm... The first one that comes to mind is K98K, but that number 4 Mark 1, that is a close second. That is a very close second. But of the guns I don't have, it'd be the Krag Jorgensen, just because it's cool.
Might interest you. Got a
That's a-
selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Now the question is, are we looking at his crotch? But you did see the big blue medallions. You shot 10 or more. Are we looking at the merchant's crotch right now? I hope we aren't. Okay, so let's get rid of the spinel.
Is that all, stranger?
Now, does he have the red 9 right now? I don't know. I don't remember.
Is that all, stranger? Thank you.
If it's not 100% accurate, ah well. I can live with it.
What are you buying?
Oh yeah, you can upgrade that? Man, I do not remember any of this. It's not as much as I'd like. Okay, you can only get the TMP. Okay, we're not going to get anything right now.
What are you buying?
I don't know if that's really worth it either. I think we're just going to save money. Like in the real world, right? Buy the bigger briefcase when it's available. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the bigger briefcase then.
What are you buying?
My fucking head is Now, as you can see, my head and body are covering the price of the case. I assume I have the money for it.
Thank you.
Leon right now is still using
What are you buying?
the basic pistol that you start with. It's the starting pistol. It seems to work so far, but I want to get that red 9 as quick as possible, though. Because that red 9 is really useful. Oh, okay. You don't get the red 9 till later, then. Alright, so we got the case. We got decent... We do have weed, right? Okay, we got 1 weed and 2 grenades, so we're not doing too bad. So what if we were to combine shotgun shells with a shotgun? Nothing would happen, but I swear in the GameCube version you could do that. I swear in the GameCube version that worked. But whatever. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate, though. Yeah, I'm looking through the OBS screen right now. Because when I was looking at the... looking at it running through Dolphin, what ended up happening is it was running at full speed, but this wasn't. It's a good thing, that's the only good thing about all those crazy gun control laws in the URIPs. Is if these guys had guns, this would be a lot harder. But don't worry, eventually it'll be against the law to even have a pitchfork. Let's get him. This is probably some H&K sort of H&K thing. If this game came out today, he'd be using crap. What? Houston, we have a problem. The controls just went nuts on me. Okay, we're gonna have to restart the emulation because the controls just stopped working. Like, literally, I'm just turning in a circle. Damn it. Ugh. Come on, Dolphin, you can do it. Yeah, don't think I'm gonna try to stream anything with the Dolphin emulator. This thing never worked quite right in the first place, and so it just stopped reading my controller inputs. Weird. Yeah, good guy PlayStation. Can't reload in the pause menu, only in gameplay. I mean, yeah, it is more realistic, but eh. It's like if this had come out today, you know, he'd be using a Glock, because everything's Glock all the time, right? I mean, Glocks work, but they're kind of boring, you know? It's like, they have no soul. Okay, controls are working again. That's just weird. I've never had the controls just stop working. I guess it kind of explains why the lag keeps hitting randomly. Well, that's not right. Oops. Okay, let's Fix that. Come on, game. You can do it. Yeah, I think we got to switch it back to there. Okay, there we go. Now the Beretta, that's something I can get behind. I like the Beretta 92, even if it is starting to get a little old these days. Ruger P94? That is such a random thing. I mean, Ruger did make a bunch of 9mm pistols. Okay, can we... do we... oh, crap. The controls break again? Okay, good, they didn't. But blast him. Kicked his head clean off. You know, I kind of want to redo the... do a Resident Evil 4 stream with the PC version. So it'll actually work instead of randomly lagging every 5 seconds. Well, it's not lagging that bad, but still. My arm's gonna get sore trying to hold the controls. Oh crap, oh crap. Yeah, it's just too hard to actually react quickly with this bloody thing. Okay, there we go, there we go. That is a lot of guys. Oh my. Okay, let's... you think we might have some dynamite, but we got a frag grenade. We're way too close and we die if we try to use it. This... chuck it. Boom. Oh, we blew him off the cliff. And we got some weed, so Leon will be saved. I forget exactly when the Beretta 92 came out. Big problem is I gotta try to find the cursor every time I need to shoot somebody. Because I'm not just gonna sit here like this for 2 hours. I want to be able to get my arms over my head. So the PC version was kind of weird in that it didn't have any buttons labeled, and the whole menu system was absolutely god-awful. Like, you couldn't even really exit the game like normal. You had to go into like 2 different menus to exit it. And Capcom and Japanese developers were never very good, could never really make... kick it open! Oh, did we knock him off? Oh, come on. Lame. The big problem is, if you hit the run button, you always do that stupid turn, which is useful if you're used to it, but not if you're not. Thankfully, Alien Resurrection should be a lot easier to stream, because it just uses regular controls. Run! I forgot how many enemies were in this game. This must have really made the PlayStation 2 chug. I've not had a chance to get to the RE4 remake, but I have heard it's halfway adequate. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go. I think he blew himself up. Aloha snack bar indeed. Alright, I think we're gonna survive if you shoot him in the leg and he falls to his death. I was a big fan of RE5. I mean, it's one of the few co-op games out there that's any good. Z to do an 180 return. Hey, you know, blame the Wii, Triple X Medic. Blame the Wii. I'm gonna blame the Wii. Why not? The motion controls only ever works with bowling. Now, there does exist a Dead Space game for the Wii called Dead Space Extraction. And it's a light gun game. And it's not that bad, actually. It's remarkably not terrible. But it definitely marks it as a Dead Space 1 era game, because, like, EA... oh, crap. Yep, I knew I was gonna die. Shoot them in the face or legs. That implies I'd be able to do that, because good God, this is running bad. Ugh. Gonna get curvature of the spine and carpal tunnel. Okay, now let's try to actually get somewhere here. I know it'd be awesome if we got Area 51 on the Wii. It would also have been awesome if we could have got that remake of the Rogue Squadron series that was teased but never actually came to pass. Now, one thing I have to say though, Dolphin has come a long way in just the last couple years, because now, yeah, they live. Or is that Invasion of the Body Snatchers? I can't remember. Three shots to the head. 12-hour game. Oh no, I'm not gonna beat it on stream. I'm just gonna play for 2 hours. I'm playing too crappy. If I was playing the PC version, this would not be that difficult. I just wanted to get out of the comfort zone. The Walther P99. The only Walther I own right now is a P1 from the 80s, so I have no idea. Now I have fondled a modern day Walther. It's got a good trigger, but I've never actually shot one though. I will say the Walther P1 has a really good trigger too, but yeah, I don't really have any experience with Walthers right now. Dark City, I remember that, but I haven't seen it in a long time. There are a lot of classic 90s movies that have kind of fallen by the wayside. Oh crap. Man, what is with that lag? That's really annoying. Oh crap, I'm so screwed. There is no way I could have reacted to that. Not with these controls. Alright, well let's turn around. Come on, Leon, you can do it. I have faith in you. Alright, there we go. Come on. Come on. Conscript. An option for unlimited saves and... Conscript, huh? Never heard of it. I'll have to look that up. Look that up after the stream. Oh, Silverwings. Is that a 380 PPK or a 22 LR PPK? Those things are ridiculously expensive for what they are. Like, I think like the 22 LR PPK is something like $400 or $500. And what is with that lag? Okay, let me take a look real quick, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not that. Huh, weird. Okay, so what we want to do is... I'm actually being killed as I try to do this. Okay. Let's go ahead and... one moment. Okay, there we go. To close that and see if that works any better. Alright, let's get back to it and see if this will actually stop lagging so much. I wonder if Chrome was doing something. Because there's some games and some emulators that really don't like it when Chrome is open for some reason. I don't know. It's one of those weird mysteries of the machine god. Yeah, evidently the 22LR PPK is not bad. But man, those things are ridiculous for what they are. I mean, $400 for just a little 22LR pocket pistol? I don't know. I guess that's one of the issues with the old worldy manufacturing. Oh man, Rainick. Damn it! I'm gonna blame you, Cyrus Von Knox. You distracted me. Okay, so we still got the lag. Okay, so that wasn't Chrome. Yeah, that is just bizarre. But there are some games that do not like to run with OBS. Like if you have OBS open, it'll run like crap. it's weird. I'm sure there's got to be something. It's probably the graphics renderer or something. It seems like that's what that would be. But yeah, Raynick, he actually is now a manager of a major leather shop. He's come a long way. Ooh, one shot, one kill. I like how the body still moves. I mean, that can still happen in real life. Well, I'll need to watch out for that with when I finally stream Terminator Resistance. Alright, come on, let's blast him. Big problem is I just kind of have to focus on where the fire is going, whereas, you know, with like okay, that's probably not helping. Okay, let me see. I forgot to change that. Okay, that's not it. But that's it. I'm using the basic OBS 30.2.3. Okay, let's fix that. Yes, turn off inverted aim. Oh, there it goes. More lag. Ugh. Damn you, OBS. We'll blast him. There we go. I'm so gonna stream this again with just the PC version. so it doesn't lag and I can actually aim. I can actually aim worth a damn, because you gotta be so much more precise with this. Well, I mean, it depends on where you hit, I suppose, because 22LR is more dangerous than you would think. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be as powerful as, say, 357 Magnum, but, you know. I'll never forget, back when I was a kid, I shot some bricks with 22LR, and it was just dusting those bloody things. So, don't sleep on 22. I mean, it is a viable caliber. Now, it's not something you'd want to have to use, like, in a war or something, but it's definitely not useless, nor is it, like, safe. You're still gonna want to be careful with it. I thought about using Streamlabs, but meh. The problem with Streamlabs is it doesn't really do much that OBS doesn't, and you get all that spam. And I think it's basically the same underlying program, too. Here's Johnny. David Letterman. Hi, David. I'm Grandpa. Run, 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 run. Okay, we're gonna get through this. We're going to make it through it. But there's some people who actually hunt with 22LR. Like Paul Harrell. Rip. Come on, stop lagging, you little bastard. Man, the lag on this is so bad, and I'm not running out of system resources either. Yeah, and then sometimes the center bar just stops picking up what I'm doing. Ugh. Although 22R can potentially overpenetrate. I mean, that's the problem with any sort of defensive shooting, is you can get overpenetration on almost anything, unfortunately. Just because, well, in the US at least, like, American houses are not made that well. Well, they're made well enough, but they're not designed to be bulletproof. I mean, drywall, it does what it's designed to do, but you can shoot through quite a bit of that. I'm hoping that in the next 4 years we can finally repeal the NFA. We can finally start getting suppressors. Now that would definitely help with home defense stuff, just because you won't blow your eardrums out in the first 5 seconds. Ugh, my poor hand. It's like after 2 hours of watching See, I say that as a joke. I kind of feel bad for the people who actually waste their time with such crap. Like, I don't know how OnlyFans is in any way economically viable. But then again, you know, simp's gonna simp, I suppose. If you ever want knowledge for the future, never simp. It's not worth it. See, the solution is to make homes out of good brick instead of cheap-ass brick. Take about suppressors or horrible home defense. No, I have not. One of the dumbest takes about suppressors was from somebody who is supposed to be a veteran. See, that's the thing. Like, certain elements of society will hate on veterans, but if ever they need them, oh, they'll trot them out. And usually these veterans that they'll trot out are basically rear echelon people or like community outreach types. You know, fake people. Well, one of these fake people went out and said that, like, if silencers were legal, people would just go around shooting each other and no one could find them. What? And there'd be no trial, no nothing. It's like, huh? Are you high? Ugh. Yeah, rear echelon motherfucker. Or somebody who doesn't actually do any real work. Now, rear echelon people do actually do real work, and logistics is important, but we're talking like office types. Oh, crap. Like these guys. See, he's got a beanie. You know he's an office worker. SMG. I don't know if you'd really need that. An unsuppressed gun would disorient. Yeah, that sounds really dumb. And come on, blast him. And one kick to the face. I mean, oh crap, I'm out of ammo. It's like 2020 all over again. Come on, come up, come up! CQB time! Oh, come on. Well, I mean, it worked. It was stupid, but it worked. At least we got some shotgun ammo, so that's something. Shotgun ammo is ridiculously expensive. That's the only real problem with a home defense shotgun. If you're not actually trained with it, and most people haven't, you let off a 12 gauge, that's going to disorient you. Great. Goddamn. And I'm completely out of health. Isn't that just wonderful? Yep, I know it's gonna die. Man. This is not easy on the Wii, I'll tell you that. Ugh. The reload sounds like Transformers transforming? Eh. I don't think I could do melee in this with this version. I never had to do melee in the GameCube version or the PC version before. There was always enough ammo because I could actually aim. I'm at least gonna get through this part. I might not go the full 2 hours today just because, man, this is so uncomfortable. But I wanted to do it. I wanted to actually stream something Wii related. Because see, you can't just aim. You gotta actually point it at just the right point. You know, it's like, eh. Transformers. One of the things I'm going to mention in a vlog in a few weeks is the IDW Transformers are often maligned as being woke, but back in the early 2000s at least, they were not. Everyone always brings up like RC was made to be of unconventional gender, let's say, but that doesn't actually happen. If anything, the message in the comic is not something that Twitter would approve of. Basically, in the comic, RC starts out as a male transformer, but is forcibly converted to female by a mad scientist. So, not exactly what you'd call woke. See, though, that whole row thing, though, had nothing to do with Trump. He wasn't even in office, though. Now, he did brag about it, but at the same time, it technically wasn't his fault. Beanie bro, away! Yeah, like, these controls are not bad. Not bad, but just too... You need to be so precise with this. I tried to do melee, and it apparently succeeded. Ugh. Crap. The fastest way to ruin a stream for me is to give me bad controls that hurt my hands. I don't know if that's a way to ruin it or not. I mean, evidently, there's whole YouTube channels based around drama. Need we forget that Destiny is a thing? I had no idea who or what a Destiny even was until a few weeks ago. And that guy's a fucking nut. We've also got... For those who don't know who or what a Destiny is, he's somebody who, basically mocks both lolcows and political things. And evidently, he kind of went nuts for a while because he was in an open marriage with his wife. Anyone who ever wants to be in an open marriage, that's basically just, I want to be in an open marriage with anyone but you. Oh, crap. Yeah, this is just so much more difficult. It also doesn't help that I'm way too close to the censor bar. So yeah, anybody who thinks that an open marriage is a good idea, not somebody you'd really want to listen to. I don't know which is worse, Destiny the video game or Destiny the person. I think Destiny the person at least has somewhat of a personality. Come on, stop lagging. See, like, if this were a regular version, I could have shot near that guy's head and actually been able to hit. There we go. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. Guns really shouldn't be political, but they really are. Let's see. Yeah, abortion's one of those topics that nobody ever really wins with that, you know? Because both sides, when you break it down, have a certain degree of a point. And finding out which one is the right one is not an easy prospect to a certain extent. And that's all I can say on that, YouTube censor. Please don't delete my channel. See, when it comes to anything political, you just gotta pick your battles. You don't want to be the first one over the top on game day. Let's just put it that way. Kiwi Farms on text about Destiny sleeping with Warren Southern. Not really sure who or what a Warren Southern is. See, these are all like political people that I guess are super popular. That's another thing I'm gonna talk about in a vlog at some point, but I'm not trying to use motion controls. Well, if I'm not mistaken, the overturning of Roe v. Wade was more on legal grounds more than anything else, and all it did was return the whole abortion thing to states versus the feds. So a state could make it illegal or make it legal or illegal. So that's really pretty much all it did. Oh crap! I'd like to abort that dynamite. Okay, with it. But yeah, that's one thing that ended up happening with the internet spaces, and everything did become more political than it ever used to be. I remember when, like, YouTube was just filled with, you know, spurgs like me, and there weren't just a bunch of political people making really lurid thumbnails. Run! Really lurid thumbnails about random crap. Okay, here we go. Come on, say hello to my little friend. So would you say Triple X Medic is the end of abortion as you know it, and you feel fine? Grenade time! I totally plan to do that. AMT hardballer. I've always wanted to buy one of those, but those are somewhat hard to find, and they're a bit more expensive than I'm willing to pay. Okay, so we do not have any ammo at all. Just so you know, that song, The End of the World as We Know It, is, I think, almost 40 years old at this point, if not older. I mean, this game here is 20 years old. Even this version is 20 years old. Oh, there's some lag. Cut him! Cut his head off! Off with his head! Health? Health! Okay, we're starting to not suck quite so much today. But I don't think I'm ever gonna stream anything. No, I might have to stream something with the Wii again. Because there's a game for the Wii called, The Conduit, and it's a motion control first-person shooter that I really want to talk about at some point. Come on, cut him up, cut him up! Empty. General. E-prepaid to spend a fortune. You can emulate Conduit 1, but Conduit 2 does not run very well. And considering how laggy this is with OBS, I might just have to play around with like the renderer with Dolphin. Because I'm running this with Vulkan. Maybe Vulkan doesn't like OBS? I don't know. I never ran into that problem before. Oh, the Spaz 12. You know, it's like, PSA, would you mind, like, re-engineering that at some point, maybe? Please? Oh, yeah, what we need to do is we need to find that other piece, then we combine the two, and we all get to live happily ever after, right? Am I really gonna die again right here? Nope. Now, somehow I need to be able to fight through the lag. Aw, oh, damn it. Yep, dead again. I think Leon's looking the wrong way. Well, the states are supposed to be able to do that. There's supposed to be a clear dividing line between the federal government and the states. The federal government didn't really get the kind of power that it has today until, I believe, after the Civil War. So the whole idea behind, you know, there being a federal mandate for anything is, I guess it's not really that recent, but it was only after that that they really were able to do that. So like the whole Roe thing, the idea of the states being able to make up their minds, that was basically one of the major founding principles. Well, if the federal law was only law, then the United States would not be the United States. What you'd be talking about is a unitary form of government, which the United States doesn't actually have. The U.S. is a federal republic, which means that the states have their own, well, rights. Now, there is a lot more federal law now than there used to be. And by used to be, I mean, like, back in the 1800s, but used to be the federal government was just supposed to be sort of like an arbitrator between the states, essentially, to basically keep, you know, like New York from attacking, you know, California or Texas or something like that. It wasn't supposed to be where the feds had the power that it does. A unitary government is where the state central directorate, in whatever form it might take, controls everything. So, like, I'm trying to think of a good example of that at the moment. Most countries do have a unitary government. They don't really have a division quite like that. Although, weirdly enough, Australia, I thought they had a a unitary government, but evidently they have individual states. Who knew? A dictatorship is going to be a little different. Dictatorships are kind of weird to a certain extent, and that they use existing structures to carry out whatever it is they're trying to do. So, like, take the Nat Sox, for example. The Nat Sox were a dictatorship under Addy, but they also had individual states within their country, and they also had, like, governors and mayors and stuff like that. Come on, run! Get through them! You know, Leon, why can't you just kick their heads off all the time? Yeah, that's a good example. But dictatorships are just, well, usually just cannibalize whatever existing government they already have. Like, for example, Addy wasn't like all powerful, but he basically had the last say. But you can't basically have one person control everything, because things are far more complicated than that. You have to have... Okay, we already got that thing, so where is the other one? You have to have smaller divisions. Yeah, I gotta get to Cultic at some point. There's just too many games and too little time. Okay, there we go. We need to go up here now. Alright, we're just trying to grab that little thing. I'm definitely not going to do the conduit anytime soon, because I'd have to be standing here like this, or sitting here like this, the entire time. But at least it's an FPS, so it's not going to be that hard. Come on, blast it! Heavily inspired by this game. I did not know that. I thought Cultic was, inspired by Hexen for some reason. Leon has ankles of steel. And knees. He's gonna be feeling that. Here's the scary part, though. Leon Kennedy would have long since retired by this point. Not only that, but Jill Valentine, I think, would be in her 60s by this point as well. I mean, she'd be a hell of a MILF, but I don't know. It's kind of scary when you think about it. I mean, like, if you consider it, okay, Jill was like, what, 27 in 1998? So that's almost 30 years from now. Let's just assume it was 30 years from 98, and it's going to be that long soon enough. She would be, yeah, really bloody old. Ugh. Alright. We finally are making some proper progress now. You just run past. When in doubt, just run past. Especially when you've got really, really precise controls. I think we're coming to the first boss fight, maybe? Man, it's been a long time since I played this game. Classic Resident Evil for merchant weapon upgrades. Okay, so that's conscript. I'm definitely looking that up. Don't really have that much time for gaming these days, but it does sound pretty fun. So is this a boss fight or not? No, but I do know there's... I vaguely remember this part of the game, and I think there's some guys with dynamite in here. Maybe. Let's see here. Anarchists. Yeah, anarchists are weird. They all look like they're very underfed. Well, maintaining an infrastructure without taxes or a privatized police force is one of those things where taxes are unfortunately somewhat necessary, but when you're taxed by both the state government and the federal government, that's really what people have a problem with. Really, though, when anybody says that, like, police is free, it really isn't. You pay for it with your taxes, and your tax dollars will pay for roads and crap like that. Libertarianism isn't a bad idea, I don't think it's 100% workable. One thing that started to get me kind of disturbed is that these days there's people that are talking about how they want to do away with the election process, you know? Let's masturbate the Wiimote. And have like some kind of monarchy. It's like, really? You think you're gonna be the Duke? I actually had somebody complain about democracy just recently. But the democratic process is really what they're saying. Democracy is not quite what they think it is. They're like, yeah, it's the dumbest idea ever. It's like, do you think that you're gonna be the king, dude? You're gonna be hauled off for questioning. Problem with taxes or spin on? Yep. 23 in the first Resident Evil. The live action actor was 16 or 17, man. But yeah, monarchism is stupid. Restricting voting rights, also stupid. Even stupid people should be able to vote because what's a stupid person? I mean, if you were to talk to somebody on MSNBC, they would say anyone who owns a gun is stupid. In fact, oh crap, no! Well, I mean, that does work, but that's not exactly what I wanted to do. If the game wasn't lagging like ass. Well, I mean, I somehow won. I'm not really sure how I did that. I don't know how I did that. I rolled a natural 20. It totally happened. Well, the thing is, you're not wrong about that, Cyrus Von Ox, but the only problem is today you could still pay off the police force anyway. I mean, there's a lot of corrupt police out there, and there's a lot of corrupt people in leadership positions. In fact, weirdly enough, I just saw on the news there was a, I think like a sheriff, I think it was a sheriff's deputy that just blasted a judge. Although, I don't think that was really political corruption, it was more, that guy was a nut. I guess the thing that you gotta understand is, police are human beings too, and there's good ones, there's bad ones, and a privatized police force could potentially be bad, or it may very well be no different than having one that, you know, is hired by a government. I mean, it really, half the time it doesn't seem to matter. Harder for the wrong people to get in. Yeah, and that's one of those things, though. It's like, how do you determine who's a right person and who's a wrong person? It just depends on who you ask. Come on, blast him. Okay. The big problem with any sort of government is, just remember, when it comes to human beings, no one can agree on anything. Because everyone's going to have a slightly different perspective. And stuff that makes sense to you won't make sense to them. You know how this game is played. Really, you need to have a series of laws in place where you have a lot more protections. And that's the whole idea behind the U.S. Constitution, is it was protecting you from the government. It was ensuring that the state wouldn't have so much power that it could get away with everything. And as you can see, over the last almost 300 years, the state has taken as much power as it possibly could. So, yeah. Oh, shut up, Donald Sutherland. Oh, the judge. I did not know that. See, like, when it comes to politics, for me, I'm just a complete and total independent. I'm not much of a joiner, you know. I'm not going to be joining any group because each group has their own strengths and weaknesses. But see, like, corporate governments, like, that sounds bad, right? But is it going to be any better or worse than, say, you know, the socialisms and things of that nature? It all basically comes down to who gets in charge and things of that nature. Oh, there's the stick. The carrot or the stick? I see it. Come on, get over there. No. Okay, and we'll just shoot that one. Okay, we got the brass pocket watch. Not that we really need it right now. Well, you see, let's say, Cyrus Von Knox, let's just say one of those people is somebody who likes, miners. And I don't mean ones with the little flashlights on their hats. So, yeah. It's an acronym that you can probably guess from that, description. Ooh, did we get the crow? Or what Triple X... No, crap! I'm blaming you, Triple X Medic. You made me step on a bear trap. How could you? So I'm trying to make sure YouTube doesn't take me down. Don't bring me down, YouTube. Although they're not as bad as they used to be, though. I guess because we've got a lot of Cheeto dust in the air these days. Large crystal ball. It looks like it rotates. Which way will you turn it? Thankfully, this is a somewhat easy puzzle here. There we go. And that should... no, that's not going to work. There we go. I think we just do it like that. Something activated. Ugh. Now, how would more water fix that? I mean, it makes sense now, but, you know, whenever you start, like, choking, people are like, oh, drink something. It's like, yeah, I'm going to put more shit down there. That doesn't make any sense. Well, that was fun. Now, try doing that out in public, and people will just start going nuts. It's like, I can breathe, people. The chef, wow. I can speak good. Ugh. Okay, so... And could it be... like just random chests of gold? But yeah, maps and things of that nature. But I don't have time to read them. Really, Leon? What would, like, a text... What would, like, a textbook on, like, biology help you here? How would that work? Oh, wait. Ugh. Ugh. Rasputin.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
I guess he didn't know I was busy shooting his dudes then.
What? Save blood.
Ugh, my poor hands. Like, this is not the easiest way to game, I'll tell you that. Like, having to do that, it's like, I gotta tell you, that nunchuck, not exactly what I would call easy for long-term gaming.
Leon, I've been able to get some new info that might help you.
Fill me in.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados. That's a mouthful. Anyway,
That's
I had an
racist.
unexpected run-in with the big cheese of this village.
But you're okay, right?
I love it when
He killed me, but he let me live. And he mentioned something about me carrying the same blood as them. Whatever that means.
Carry the same blood. Huh. Interesting.
Anyway, there are more important things than solving riddles right now.
You're right. Hurry and find that church, Leon.
I love it when you've got translated scripts, because it's always so awkward and so hilarious. I mean, like, really, it's just like, no one would talk like that. Not even I would talk like that, and I'm a weirdo. I'm sitting here jerking off a Wiimote, and even I think that's too much. She's a little tan, I think. Just a little. Kind of cute. I'm gonna save first. Alright, here we go. I gotta say though, Hunnigan is, she's my kind of lady. I gotta tell you though, finding females in the real world, not so easy. Go back in the door. What does that mean? Which door? This one? Do you even go back? Standing here, I realized. Don't lag at that. Thank you, Triple X Medic. Ada Wong. Now that is somebody I would definitely jerk a Wiimote off for. Oh my, indeed. What's funny though is Ada Wong is actually remarkably short. I'm getting laid off from my job on 12. Ugh. Well, I am sorry, I'm sorry to hear that, Hidden Treasure. Yeesh. That is not fun. Oh, wait, we can check the painting? Oh. That is not good. It's always kind of funny how they will lay people off just before Christmas. It's like, Merry Christmas! Ugh. Who are you working for, Scrooge McDuck? Ugh. Thing anime manga. I know what that word means. I saw that in a YouTube video once. That is some pretty bad shit. How is that even legal? I want to know, how is that even legal? I want to know, like, that's got to be a job to have. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna draw simulated miners, let's say, except without the little hats. You know, I mean, like, let's just put it this way. I don't think we're gonna be talking about that at Thanksgiving. Ugh, people, man. Oh crap. I bet Dr. Sanchez there's probably one of them. Okay, let me grab. Ooh, do I use the... Yeah, let's just grenade him. Let's grenade his ass. Oh crap. Yep, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I turned around. I get my head cut off. What is he working for? ISIS? Ugh. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna wait, is it Dr. Sanchez or Dr. Salazar? I can't remember. It's Dr. something. It's Dr. Zaius! Alright, let's get that grenade out. Actually, first, let's equip that shotgun. See, this is where being able to reload in the menu is not a bad idea, because I don't want to use the shotguns. I don't want to waste the time. Dr. Salvador, okay. I knew it was something like that. I knew it started with an S. Okay, so can we go over here? Oh crap. That's the last piss you're gonna take. Yeah, this game was not quite advanced enough to be able to reload on the run. We had to wait for Dead Space for that. Dead Space. It's been over a decade since the last Dead Space game, and I don't count the remake. Because the remake did have a few wokey bits to it. And it's still just the first game again. Like, Dead Space is not even that old, although I guess it is. Not exactly new. Chuck it! Boom! Frag out! Right, we're gonna have some Disco Inferno. And we're gonna finish it up with the classic Remington 870 to the face. No, I think he's dead. No, his chainsaw's still on. Defense, ugh. Let's just say, I wonder what his browser history looks like. Unofficial Warhammer 40k art. Print a picture of Gilliman with the Emperor sword. Nice. I'm so glad Warhammer 40k is starting to get popular. I mean, it's probably going to end up getting ruined as they try to make it more commercial. VTubers are weird. I don't know why you'd want to, like, listen to somebody with a super high-pitched voice. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, 40k though. I'm glad that's gotten more popular over the years. I remember back when it was only for weirdos like me. We're equal opportunity ass kickers. And besides, that dress is hideous. Yeah, I never really got into the whole VTubing thing. Favorite Primarch with... Yeah, my favorite Primarch would probably be the Lion. Lionel! Because Lionel Johnson has a lot of good going for him. Especially Lion, Son of the Forest. It's a really good book. And it's written by a guy who evidently is supposed to be so woke, he wanted to, let's just say, change Warhammer 40k for the worst. But evidently, somebody clamped down on that fast. And he actually turned in a book worth reading. You know, that's one of those things. Like, the old writers from, like, the early 2000s, I bet they were probably pretty woke at the time. But they were professional enough to just write a book that people would want to read. Come on, stop lagging. Oh, crap. Man, why does it have to be all the hot ones? Let's see, what time is it? Alright, we got 8 or so more minutes. A broken clock is right 3 times a day. Wait, no, I think that's wrong. Yeah, I don't even know who any of those people are. Okay, good. The controls are still working, thankfully. Not that they went wonky. Flash grenade. Oh my. I will say this though, being able to just do a random waggle, if we ever found one of those snakes, we would definitely be able to get it, like, immediately. Oh crap. So, like, I can't really react, because if I... Well, I can do that. I can't really react, because I have to at least pay attention. I can't just, like, snapshot anything. Ooh, got him. I can't snapshot, which is why I just did it. See, like, Leon, in this script at least, comes off as kind of dense. It's like, don't you see these people, like, dissolving into, like, goo? Shouldn't you, like, question that a little bit, Leon? I mean, aren't you curious as to why they're just dissolving into goo? My God. That is also why they all look the same. Now, my first real experience with Resident Evil was the novels. Before I ever played Resident Evil 1, the game, I read the book like 20 times. Leon Kennedy in the Resident Evil book, the novelization for Resident Evil 2, for whatever reason, as a rookie cop, had a Desert Eagle as his sidearm. It's like, what? That's like the most, that is the dumbest sidearm you could possibly have. Yeah, 50 AE, that's not going to, over-penetrate. That's totally not going to over-penetrate. Well, I know they dissolved to free up processing power, but, like, if Leon Kennedy is seeing that, it's like, shouldn't he question it? I'm just saying. I'm just saying here. What I'd really like to know is how he got the authorization to use a Desert Eagle as his duty gun. I don't think the Desert Eagle is even reliable enough for that. Let's see, all I've got is a flash grenade, so it's not gonna work. But we'll blow him up anyway. I'm almost out of 9mm. Yeah, like they should have known. Like they should have known that, like, you're not gonna get authorization for that. But whatever, Raccoon City seems like a very special city. Boom! I like shotty guns. If only I had a place to go shoot the shotguns. Being so miserable. Maybe. When the Desert Eagle was the new cool. And yeah, I don't like that Desert Eagle can be reliable, but man, I'd hate to have to carry that for 8 hours a day. Oh, he's gonna have hip problems by the time he's 30. I never really got into the Desert Eagle. I mean, just because they're really expensive, and if I'm gonna shoot like a Magnum, I'm gonna just shoot it out of a revolver. And I'm definitely gonna be doing some 357 Magnum videos. I actually have a shoulder holster. When I bought my Security 6, it came with a scope and a shoulder holster. I have no idea how to put it on yet, but it's awesome. I think the Deagle came out sometime in the 80s, I want to say. That seems like something that would happen in the 80s. I did not know Raccoon City was near Chicago. For some reason, I thought it was in Maine or something. That or Colorado. Okay, so we are now down to, like, no ammo. Yeah, it is 2020 all over again. Boom. 1979, I was close. I don't think I've actually played Resident Evil 2 all the way through. I played like half of it, but then I ended up getting lost, and it's like, meh. But I've read that book. Oh, yes, indeed. Ada Wong, man, that was definitely a crush I had back when I was a Ute. She's actually a bit of a short stack. I think she's like not even 5 foot tall. She's like 4'9" or something. Hey, but it lets her get into very intimate places. Oh dear. It's just an observation of mine, but females who are shall we say large-chested often seem to be very short, except for the odd one that's like almost 6 foot. So Midwest town, west side of Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania. I gotta tell you, Pennsylvania really impressed me this past election. Hey, My Cousin Vinny is a classic film. Well worth watching. You know, Marissa Tomei is pretty hot. And also had the guy who played Herman Monster as the judge. Pippa. Never even heard of it. I mean, VTubing is not in any way something I would have interest in. The Amish, yeah, they got raided because of the raw milk. Can't have none of that. And thank you very much, Triple X Medic. There's some kind of symbol on the door. My poor hand. Yeah, the US is weird about that. Like, you have to have, it's either pasteurized or nothing. You can't have none of that raw stuff. You need to drink, like, chemical milk. It's like almond milk, right? Raw milk, I think, I don't know anything about raw milk, to be honest. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I grew up during that assault weapons ban. Okay, we're gonna go to the... Yeah, we'll cover that in just a second. Okay. So we're gonna call it there. Let's see if let me get back into the computer. There we go. Haha. Actually, let me mute my desktop audio too. But yeah, the assault weapons ban. I grew up during that, but you could still get, you know, so-called high-capacity magazines. They still existed. And yeah, land of the free indeed. Land of the free to follow all the regulations. Am I right? Hey, you know, My Cousin Vinny is probably better, is probably more educational than half the crap people are taught today. So, yeah. Discord link. Alright, 1 second. Let me bring that up real quick. And Discord just stopped working, right? Okay, there we go. And there we go. And let's dump that right in there. And I'm glad you enjoyed it, Triple X Medic. Alright, there's the Discord link. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Resident Evil 4. I gotta say, kind of difficult playing it with these things, but it was still pretty fun. Once I got used to it, I started getting into it. I think I still just prefer a controller, though. We're just gonna come out with the Crossfire Mark 1. Yeah, that is strange. A pump-action rifle and shotgun. I don't think I'd ever want to try something like that. You know, that's why those things crash and burn like they do. Don't know why Dolphin was lagging so bad. It's probably some kind of, like, conflict between OBS and the emulator. So next time, we're going to be emulating another game, and that's going to be not Resident Evil, Alien Resurrection, which isn't bad, but is way too hard. Could be using a lot of save states, to say the least. Until then, I'm General Lotz, wishing you good Desert Eagle, good Ruger, Security 6, whatever.